Good morning, and welcome to episode 5 of Things I Play, where we look at things that I play other than Lotro and New World. And today we are looking at this game here, which I don't know if I want to call it a game as much as I just want to call it a toy. It's called Leaf Blower Revolution. Now, this is on Steam, and it is by Humble North, and it's free. There are some packs, and we'll get into that in just a moment. But it's kind of a clicker game. It's definitely a casual game. And we are going to, let's see, we're going to Prestige. So we can start over. So you can kind of see what it looks like when it starts. Well, maybe not totally, because usually you don't have all these Roombas, and they don't usually have tools, but you usually have this little guy here, and he starts off with just his hands, and he gathers leaves, and then he uses those leaves to get tools, and he gathers more leaves, and we're actually going to go all the way. Well, actually, we are not going to go all the way yet. We are going to go over here. There. And you would unlock these levels as you go. And you would unlock the leaves as you go. As you can see, I've played this for a while. And my Steam library actually says I played it for somewhere around 2,000 hours. Don't be fooled. Most of that's running in the background. Because this game can quite easily run itself in the background. And then you just spend your leaves and your flasks on upgrades. So now we have done that. I don't know why. I mean, I saw this for free one day, and I'm like, well, that's a cheesy game, but it's free. I'm going to try it. You know, what's the harm? It's not like it, not like I spent any money on it. And I started playing it. And I was like, okay, I'm gathering leaves. And then I got my first prestige. And I was able to use those coins to upgrade. And I was like, oh, okay. So now I can gather more leaves more efficiently, faster. And then I can upgrade some more. And then I got my first big leaf crunch. And unlike, this is your prestige section. As you can see, I have a whole lot of stuff here. Now, when you prestige, you keep these, and you can add to them and add to them and add to them. But when you do a big leaf crunch, you lose all your prestige and start over here, which is why I usually make sure I have a whole bunch of prestige coins for the next big leaf crunch, so I can get the prestige shop up and running. However, this section here is what's important, the big leaf crunch shop. And those upgrades do not go away when you do a prestige or when you do a big leaf crunch. So these just keep going and going and going and going and going. So every time you do a big leaf crunch, you've overall become a little more powerful. And now, let's see. So, the whole point of this little toy game, whatever you want to call it, is to gather leaves, upgrade things, gather more leaves, upgrade more things, unlock flasks, gather flasks, upgrade things, so on and so forth. And it's definitely a slow process. I mean, I've had this particular version of the game running for maybe 3 months now. And I guarantee I'm not even halfway through the upgrades and stuff I can get. So it's a slow process, but it is something like if you just had the worst day ever and you just wanted something mindless to do, this would be a good thing. If you just want something to throw on in the background of your computer while you're doing other things, and then every once in a while you just flip over to it and go, oh, look, I can buy something else. Well, I mean, that's usually what I do with it. And I think the biggest allure of this is the challenge of upgrading and getting more and seeing just how fast and how efficient you can do this. I think that's what keeps me coming back, because I know that I'm not nearly done with the game, and I'm like, okay, how much faster and how much more efficient can I make everything? So I did mention there are some packs you can buy, and see if I can find it up here. The supporter shop. Okay. So you have a supporter pack you can buy, and it's not that expensive. It's $5.99, and it gives you 400 gems, 20 more gems per daily reward, and some time travel boosts. Now, that's actually a pretty good deal. I have not bought anything in the supporter shop, so I only get 7 gems a day. Oh, gems. Let's talk about those as soon as we're done. But 20 more gems a day is a pretty big deal because it gets you upgrades even faster. Then you have a premium pack, which gives you 2,000 gems, 100 more gems a day, and a whole bunch of time travel rewards. Now that one is not so cheap. It's $24.99. So if you really wanted to support the developers, I guess that'd be a good way to do it. And then you have a skins pack that I guess unlocks some skins for your character, and that's $3.99. So very cheap if you wanted to support them that way. Just throw them a bone, buy them a coffee. You know, I might eventually do that one because, you know, I have gotten a lot of use out of this game, and I feel like I want to give them a little something in return. So, there's your packs that you can buy in order to support the developer, which is, by the way, I think I mentioned Humble North, and this is the only game they have on Steam. So, here is your gem shop. And you gather these gems each day, and like I said, I get 7 a day. And I have already bought all leaves, and yeah, increased my leaf reward by 750% for all leaves. That was important. I have bought the prestige coins, which triples the amount of prestige coins I get. Very important. And I think this one was like 150 gems to buy, so it took me a little while to get enough gems to get that. Big Leaf Crunch coins times 3. That one was really expensive. I think it was like 250 coins or gems to buy. Then you have MLC coins, which I don't even know what that is yet. So, like I said, I have a long way to go before I've maxed out everything in this game, but it's quite expensive. Converter static output. That one's very expensive. Ultra fruits. That's actually I think I might try for that one next because it increases the fruit rewards by 800%, and the fruit rewards can be a little on the low end. But that's the gem shop. Then you have achievements, and as you can see, there's quite a few achievements I haven't gotten yet. But the achievements give you gems. You have, down here, you have a crafting section, which I've not figured out yet. You have the trade shop, which you can trade items for other items. So right now you see I've traded 1.43 billion void leaves for a gem. I've traded a bunch of flasks for a beer. I've traded more leaves for a gem. And these take about 2 hours to complete a trade. But this is a good way to get extra gems. And the beers, I don't know what the beers are for yet. I do, however, know that if I wanted to trade cheeses for beers, it would take 500 cheese just for one beer. So by virtue of using the trading system, I've gotten 48 beers already, which would have cost me a whole lot of cheese. All right, so here's our printers, and they print leaves. And I actually have upgrades that print printers that print leaves. So I don't even have to spend any leaves to buy printers anymore. This is the converter shop, which as you can see, it converts leaves into higher leaves, and then it converts the void leaves into the first set of flasks, and flasks into other flasks. And we are going to go over here and spin some flasks. And the more flasks you spin, the faster the flasks you get. So we're going to start this converter. And now, as you can see, we are starting to get orange flasks. And no, usually you would not get upgrades that fast. But like I said, I've been doing this for a while. And I get my upgrades pretty fast now. And these the skulls that you're seeing floating around here, they're enemies. Now, I'm not doing too good against these enemies right now. They're beating me. But when you beat them, you get like a bunch of leaves from them. So that's always a good thing. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this game. You collect leaves, get upgrades, collect more leaves, we get upgrades, open up flasks, collect flasks, get upgrades, collect more flasks, get more upgrades. And we're going to actually quickly open up the last flask. And now we've opened up a new set of leaves. But we're going to do this real quick because the orange flasks, or these strange science flasks, that's what they're called. They're actually pretty important because this here, the C++, increases every converter's ability. So leaves, flasks, everything, it increases the speed of conversion. And we're going to upgrade all of these real quick. And as you can see, it's gotten much faster. But we're also going to go to the abyss so we can start collecting these leaves. Oh, and as you can see, we're collecting prestige coins here. which we're up to 17.93T, which I don't know what T stands for. They use a scientific, but they also use a couple different versions for numbers, and it gets pretty high after a while into like scientific number range. All right, so super duper duper fast. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this game. You collect leaves, you collect flask, you upgrade, you reset the game to start over, collecting even faster. And, well, who knows where I'll end up in the future, but I know that I have quite a ways to go to technically beat the game. So if you want something that you can run in the background, or you can open up and play now and then, or you like the challenge of seeing how far you can get in a cheesy, free little game, well, Leaf Blower Revolution is actually surprisingly a lot of fun and relaxing. So, yeah, give it a try. You might like it. And until next time, bye for now.